Have you ever wondered why the Bible doesn't say much about women? Well, this is from the sealed portion. And now, I, Moroni, Maranaya, would that ye should observe this thing, that those who canonize the New Testament of the Bible, which was originally written in Abaria, Hebrew, have changed and edited, and even so that it might not be known that Yahya condoned and authorized women to be ordained in the priesthood and have the power of Yah like unto any man. This is from the eternal word of Yah, the creation of Asha. So Yahya, eternal loving Yah, creator of all, caused a deep sleep to fall on the man of Yah, and as he slept, he reached into the spiral of life, DNA, and in his heart, he molded an Asha, a loving woman of Yah, out the spiral of life from Adam's heart. 1 Corinthians, Chronatium, chapter 11, verse 5 to 8. But every woman praying or prophesying with her head shaved dishonors her authority, for it is a shame if she chooses to be bald. And if a woman is not dressed nicely, she might as well be bald. So if it is shameful for a woman to be bald by shaving, likewise, let the taught woman, be nicely dressed. For a man of Yah, Adam, indeed, should not have his head covered in worship, because he is in the image and splendor of Yah, of Almighty loving Yah, Allahiyah, of all creation. But the woman is the eternal splendor of the man of Yah. For Adam is not from woman, but woman from the spiral DNA, from the heart of the man of Yah. Verse 15 and 16. But if a woman has long hair, it is a sign of the splendor of Yah in her, for her hair is given to her for a natural veil. But if any Adam, any man, seems to be upset about this interpretation, I have no other traditions, and neither does Almighty loving Yah of all creations covenant, family, and Yah. Hair of woman, a covering. The tiara, the Torah of Moses, Masha, from the plates of brass. He has so declared to do by the mouths of the prophets and prophetess. But Zipporah too saw the angel of Yahya, and had heard the word of Yahya, she being a high priestess and a prophetess. And the prophetess of Yahya, Mariam, sister of Aharon, Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. Prophet, prophetess, prophets, prophetess, prophets, prophetess, prophets, prophetess, seer, seer, seer. And the seer is greater than a prophet, for the seer can know of things which have passed, and also of things which are to come. And secret things be made manifest, and hidden things shall come to light, and things which are not known shall be made known by them, even hidden things which could otherwise not be known. And the prophet and the prophetess and the seer shall bring forth out of darkness into light all the secret works and abominations when Yasharal shall rebel. This is from the eternal word of Yah. Even though Adam failed you, still why have you desired this? Asha said, Nachash, the sorcerer, the deceiving whisperer, deceived me with his promise of glamour and beauty, that I would be loved by many. The book of Enoch, Hanak, and Asael, who is also Azazel, taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and showed their successors the metals of the earth and the art of working with them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of cosmetics, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinctures and alchemy. The book of remembrance of Moses, Masha. And Yahya said, because the daughters of Zion have traded their soul, their lives, and their dignity to obtain the satisfactions of possessions, I will judge them as a woman that breaks wedlock, and their enemies will strip them of all their possessions, because they have despised the oath and broken the covenant, to set themselves to seek great wealth and glory and fame among the heathen. And this was not done in Mayan, the dwelling place, the habitation. Thus, Yehoiakim Ezekiel called for an end of the satisfactions of possessions in Yasharel, no beautification of women. And it came to pass that Yehoiakim Ezekiel called for an end of the women of true Yasharel, using the elements of Asael for their beautifications, because Asael, being thus favored, resulted in mothers giving their children to be burned and sacrificed and devoured in offerings to Moloch, and this was done also in the temple. And Asael teaches the beautification of woman, and he has elements of beautification, for a snare to the dignity of all women. And since the beginning with Cain, Asael has used such things to enhance conflict and fornications, and Yehoiakim called in his watch for a prohibition among the covenant people of any use of them, but would instead that the natural beauty of plainness, like our first mother, Chaya, would be seen as a mark of set-apartness in the dignity of womanhood, as the mothers of the dwelling place stand before Yahweh, pure and undefiled. Fallen Watcher, Asael. Number 10. Element. Meteor, iron. Original meaning of name. Yah has made. Evil teachings. War. Asael is 10th from Shamachaza, and the most influential of all the followers of Shamachaza. When he was created, he had the definition, through the word of his power, all element takes its form. He could have been the elder element of the righteous workmanship of man's hands, iron being the first of all man-made things, which are made of materials that are made by Yah. He could have been a superior force to the language of repentance, to help us always remember to only make things as men, like Yah would do, by the word of his power. That is, the love that the Father had for us to become the Son and offer his body up, the Baniah. Had we done that, no man-made objects could have aided Chasa, sin. What a sad thought to realize how opposite things are from that now. Meteor iron is known universally as the most mystically powerful material from which weapons can be made. Throughout history, it has been a weapon of choice for assassins. Instead of this profound place in heaven, Shammai, Asael chose to have for a definition. Man is superior to Yah in making things. The more things you make for evil, the more man is progressing. Because his impact on man has been so profound, Yah said, "Write upon Asael all sin." And the saying went abroad from Asael that because Yah gave us all these things, it couldn't be wrong to use them. As the elder of man-made things for evil, Asael teaches the making of iron swords and breastplates. He teaches mining stones or the getting out of the ground, the fallen watchers that Yah had buried. He teaches how to transform some of the set-apart watchers into fallen watchers. An example would be that he teaches how to fashion gold and silver into items of adornment. He teaches cosmetics, precious stones, dyes, and pharmaceuticals, pharmakia, pharmacy. He is the master alchemist. He is the master craftsman for dictators, invaders, looters, and thieves. He teaches the art of deceitful diplomacy, the art of deception with beauty. He is the master of the misuse of element to cause man to sin the unforgivable sin. He is the elder of the fulfillment of evil. He could have been the elder of the fulfillment of creation. He is the elder of man-made things that make it possible for mankind to become fully right with sin, khata, and corruption. He is the enemy of protection and is the God of money, and God they trust in these days. However, some of the set-apart centennial angels, who were of the Watchers class, who were designated from the beginning as heralds of Yah in regard to earthly affairs, and therefore they could materialize in carnal bodies in the likeness of men, and to infiltrate among the sons and daughters of Aram, under the influence of Anakael, the person responsible for the plot that took place among the vigilantes who were corrupted, known among his fellows by Azazel, who was also Asael. Being principal of those who abandoned their position that they obtained in heaven, Shamaya. They came to build for themselves great refuges, in which some of them, under the influence of Shaitan, had intercourse with the daughters of men, and in it had they brought forth seed, the giants, the Nephilim of the land. The fallen watchers had taught man how to mix human seed with animal seed to create Nephilim, and those Nephilim had mixed with the woman to create new seeds. Yes, Asael and Azazel are often considered to be the same entity in various texts, including the Book of Enoch, Hanak. Both names refer to a leader of the fallen angels known as the Watchers, who taught forbidden knowledge to humanity. Different translations and traditions may use either name. What did Asael teach? In the Book of Hanak, Enoch, Asael or Azazel is depicted as teaching humanity various kinds of forbidden knowledge. Specifically, Asael taught people the arts of warfare, including how to make swords, knives, shields, and other weapons. Additionally, he introduced the use of cosmetics, teaching women how to use makeup and ornamental techniques, including the beautifying of the eyelids and the use of precious stones. These teachings are considered corrupting influences that led to greater wickedness and moral degradation among humans.